Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's 2,000 points. It's Tau versus Blood Angels here. It's Challenger Scorpion game. Luke Seaman's come down to fight another battle. He's appeared on the channel before, and he's back with a different army. It is Blood Angels. He's going to run his own force of those, and they're going to take on the might of the Tau Empire. This particular army commanded by Commander Pinpoint. He's trying to make a name for himself at the moment. So fighting across this Martian landscape here, trench network, then a whole piping system here, important part of the sector. Tau are preparing to move in. Blood Angels have been dispatched to stop them. Right, so 2,000 points of Tau. They've been doing quite well. This is the final army. If you want to check out the army overview and tactica for that, then the video is up on the channel. You see the army breakdown and tactics for it. So army complete. It is battle forged, and it's battalion detachments, 6 command points available. It's led by Commander Pinpoint. He is the army commander. Triple fusion blaster for him. Multi-tracker, 2 gun drones for him as well. Then another 2 HQs have been taken. 1 Fireblade here with Markerlight, 1 Imperial as well with no upgrades, or no extra upgrades for him. Then troops, there's 6 troops. So 4 strike teams with 6. Each of them, the Chasseurs leader has taken a Markerlight. Then 2 breacher teams of 6, 1 with no upgrades, and the one just here has taken a Markerlight upgrade for the Chasseurs leader there. Then on to elites, the Ghost Kill. For him, 2 stealth drones, double fusion blaster, advanced targeting system, a multi-tracker, and cyclic iron raker for him. Then XV8 crisis battle suits, 3 of them, all armed the same, all armed with double fusion blasters and multi-trackers. Each of them has taken 2 drones each as well, so 6 drones in total. Then the Storm Surge, taking up a quarter of the points of the army here. A lot of upgrades for that. Cluster rocket system, 4 destroyer missiles, 2 flamers, 2 smart missile systems, a pulse driver cannon, a shield generator, which has come in very handy indeed, an advanced targeting system, and a velocity tracker as well. It comes in at 494 points. But that is the Tau Force, 2,000 points, or roughly a couple of points short of that. Stunk well so far. It hasn't won every game, but they've done well enough. Going to take on Blood Angels here, but it's a different commander and a different force. We'll see what Luke Seaman has brought along. Right, so Luke Seaman's returned. He has appeared on the channel before, played a couple of challenge games, and has come back, but this time has brought along his Blood Angels. We'll take a look and see what he has.
Okay, this is my 2,000 point Blood Angel army. It's a battalion detachment as well as a vanguard detachment. Leading the force today is Mephiston, followed with a Sangri priest. We have 4 combat squads with various weapons. You've got melters, grav, and then 2 las cannons. Also got 2 Razorbacks with twin-linked las cannons. Barrel Predator with assault cannon and 2 heavy bolters, and then we've got a 5-man squad of Terminators with Thunderhammer Storm Shields and some Lightning Claws. And no Blood Angel army will go without the Death Company with Storm Raven. Got the Chaplain leading them, and they've got a Thunderhammer and just chainsaws and bolt pistols.
Alright, so that's Luke's list here. It looks pretty, well, it does look impressive. There's decent firepower here. There's 2 units of Terminators and the Death Company as well, being carried in Storm Ravens. It looks well organised. The red basing is interesting. I didn't know what this force would look like until Luke turned up, and this is the terrain that's been set up, so it will suit them very well indeed. Perhaps one of the moons just off of Bow here, under threat from a Tau raid, and this Blood Angels force has been sent to swiftly send them back from whence they came. Right, so the scenario is secure and control. That means there's an objective each, and then Tau chosen the deployment zone is Vanguard strikes. There's a line of dice run diagonally across the table here. Then come round into the compound is where the Tau will deploy. Objective just by the sandbag emplacement there. So it looks like the Tau have secured this area, and then Blood Angels have been sent to flush them out. Everything's red here today. The board's red, the pipes are red, the dice are red, the Blood Angels are red. And what colour is Tau blood?
I think blue or
blue.
green.
Oh, right, sorry. So that's not everything then will be red in this game. But here, central line of dice, and then across here will be the deployment zone for the Blood Angels. And then on top of the wrecked Rhino here is the objective that Luke has placed just there. And points available for 3 points to objective, then Slay the Warlord, First Blood, and Linebreaker available as well. So expect a vicious fight here. We're saying both armies potentially quite nasty, so it's going to be the battle of the two nasty armies here. They'll be fighting over. There's not a big variety of objectives here. It's only one objective each, so you can expect quite an intense fight for either of these objectives here. But we'll go on to deployment now. We'll start alternating, placing units on the board. Right, then just to mention the battle mat that we're using here, it's called Towers of Mars. It's by GameMat.eu. It's perfect for this setup here. It's a real atmospheric mat. And then it's quite an open ground sort of one. You can see there just some terrain on top, and some stones and scatter that we've added just there. So it's 6x4. It's that nice mouse mat material, so it grips onto the toe. It rolls out nice and flat. There's another material on top. That's where the printed design is put on. It's nice and figure friendly, nice and quiet when you're rolling the dice as well. So GameMat.eu, you can check them out. They do all sorts of gaming mats, perfect for 40k, and then terrain and accessories as well. Right, so deployment done here, shaping up for a classic one here, looking pretty good. So Tau, first of all, have deployed right up to their deployment zone edge, just trying to get our medium range weaponry close enough to shoot. So broadside setting up just behind the trench line, 4 units of strike team fire warriors just getting ready to man the trenches as well. Breacher team just here, Storm Surge anchoring right at the back, and then Breachers just deploying on the left-hand flank as well, just wary of any potential deep striking Terminators if they may well try and flank in that area, leaving the rest of the battlefield here empty. Then Ghostkill has deployed, has infiltrated in just over 12 inches away from this Razorback. Now inside this one is
That's the
Sanguinary Priest. Yes, okay. And then across the other side with the gold markings just on here is Mephiston. He's inside there. Anchoring the objective, the 2 las cannon teams. Bow Predator right behind the Stormraven gunship with the Death Company inside. They've been joined by the Chaplain. So that is the Blood Angels organised. I think they're going to play aggressively here against the Tau. I think they'll need to. But having said that, Blood Angels are well armed here with long range armour punching capability for sure. Reserves then for the Tau, Commander Pinpoint waiting to come down with his crisis battle suits as well. And then for the Blood Angels, the Lightning Claw Terminators and also the Thunderhammer Terminators are teleporting in. So that is deployment done. Reserves declared. Warlord traits. Then Warlord traits, Mephiston's taking Legendary Fighter for him, and then Tenacious Survivor for Commander Pinpoint. I think he's going to need it in this game, potentially, against these Blood Angels. Then just covering Psychic Powers, Luke will call them out here for Mephiston.
Yeah, Mephiston knows all 3 of his Blood Angel disciplines, which is Blood Boil, Shield of Sanguinus, and Unleash Rage.
Okay, right, so that's that all organised. So we're ready here. Just the roll-off to see who goes first. We're playing it with a D6 roll-off. Luke Seaman finished deploying first, so he'll get +1 on his roll. So, 6 for the Tau, 3. You can use a command point if you wish. You will. Oh, 5 or 6 will be good. A 1. The Tau will go first here. Tau can breathe a sigh of relief. They are going to get to strike first. That is good for them. There's a number of Alpha Strike units here. We'll go on to the first turn of the game. Tau defending this sector here. They've claimed this area and they're determined to hold on to it. And they've seized initiative here and will go first. So turn 1 coming up next for the Tau Empire. Right, so movement done for the tower. It's a trademark assault from them here. It's attacks coming in at every angle. They've taken the opportunity of going first. So gun line remaining stationary with the heavier weaponry. Breachers holding position as well, just awaiting on patrol, scanning out into the distance here for potential Terminators arriving. They're manning the trenches here with the strike teams. They've pushed forwards and then been encouraged on by the Imperial and the Fireblade just there. Then it is a tower ambush that's taken place. Commander Pinpoint has landed right in this corner here, but he's kept himself within 18 inches of the Razorback just there. That one has Mephiston inside. Then around here, moving up 12 with the Ghost Kill to shoot at and assault this Razorback. And then behind the Blood Angels here is the Crisis Battlesuits, and the drones have landed just there as well to pose a threat to the Bow Predator and potentially the Storm Raven as well. So Blood Angels are ready to move forwards, but now they're looking to their left, right and rear as tower units turn up all over the board. So potential nightmare here. We'll see what happens. I was going to say no psychic phase for either side, but there is. Blood Angels do. Tower don't, so we'll go straight onto their shooting next on turn 1. Right, so we'll start the shooting here. It's becoming a tradition now. Commander Pinpoint will begin proceedings. He's going to fire at the Razorback here. James is here, by the way, making kits, observing from a distance here. Going to learn more from this battle here as well. So we've got our hits. It is 2s to hit. Strength 8, toughness 7. Freeze to wound. I'm going to use a stratagem here to re-roll. Does go through. It's AP -4, so no saves here. It's going to be 3d6 damage. And it has not destroyed the Razorback here. It has survived a 6 and 2 1s. So heavy damage coming through, but it remains alive here. Alright, so on critical damage here, just marking that with 2 puffs of smoke, and then 2 wounds do remain there. But Commander Pinpoint has failed in his task there. But other tower units do remain to shoot. We'll roll up some other shooting here. We'll turn our attention to the Ghost Kill now. 2 Fusion Blasters available for this one. These are at 4s to hit. We are on reroll 1s for multi-tracker, which does get its hit. We'll then be on Strength 8. The 2 wounds do come through. There's no armor save allowed. It's -4. It's 2d6 damage. Oh, it's double 6. And then they'll let Luke roll up here. If he rolls a 6, then it's going to detonate here. He rolls a 4. Okay, so first blood is claimed. Razorback destroyed here by the Ghost Kill. We declared the Cyclic Iron Raker against this as well. So that's all the shooting finished for that unit. Okay, so that's the Ghost Kill finished. Onto the Crisis Battlesuits here. We'll go after the Bow Predator or try and knock that out of action if we can. So 4s with these, re-rolling 1s for multi-tracker, so 3 have missed. Freeze to wound, no re-rolls available. It is -4 again, so it's 2d6 damage. 8 wounds come through. It's not been destroyed, but again, serious damage coming through here against the Bow Predator. It's Blood Angel's vehicles being picked on quite heavily here at the moment by the tower. Alright, so that's the initial strikes coming in here. Maybe try and finish these vehicles off with help from the broadsides. We'll check out some ranges here. We've got targets dead ahead. 36 inches is what we need. If these high yield missile pods may be able to cause some damage here and reduce these damaged vehicles down. Yeah, so it's only high yield missile pods available. The smart missile systems are just a few inches short. So this one is going to fire across and try and take out the Bow Predator. So 8 shots for this. So we are on 4s with this. That's pretty good. Strength 7, toughness 7 for a Bow Predator. Yeah, so 4s to wound. Yes, so 4 saves required. It's -2 on the AP, so it's 5s and 6s to save. Save 1. That's 3 damage, no, and it's D3 damage anyway. So yeah, Bow Predator goes up. See if it explodes here on a roll of a 6. No, alright, but that becomes a wreck. We're just leaving the wrecks on the board here, just with some smoke, but if we need to remove them for line of sight and so on, then we will, but just the visual aspect of it, just there. Okay, so the second broadside, this one here, will fire across and try and take out the Razorback just here. So rerolling ones for our ethereal power that's been chosen this turn. We get 5 hits. We do get 3 wounds, so 5s to save here. No, so Razorback gone as well, and then it is 6+ to see if it explodes. No, alright, so Luke will roll up to see what happens to the crew inside. They're all fine, so they'll disembark, Razorback gone. So just discussing the situation here, it doesn't look very nice to see vehicles going up in smoke, but those vehicles have been purchased to protect the units inside. Remember, there's Terminators still to arrive. So Blood Angels have taken a knock here. No doubt their blood has gone from simmering to boiling now. So the Black Rage starting to take control here. They've been shot at and cut down here and unable, or haven't moved yet, so they will be infuriated. Tau units deploying as far away as possible, but look, there is danger here. Mephiston stalks this sector. Death Company getting ready to charge into oblivion, and then the Terminators poised to land as well. So Tau have started as well as we could have hoped, but they'll not count themselves the winners yet. There's still a fair way to go. There's still resilience left for sure in this Blood Angels force. It's just transports that have been destroyed here, and 1 Bow Predator so far. We'll press on the rest of the Tau shooting. A fair bit of their heavy firepower has been used up. Really, it's just the Storm Surge left to fire. Right, so we're moving through shooting phase here. Tau Fire Warriors just working through 1 unit at a time. Markerlight hits we tried to achieve. The Fireblade missed, or a 2, trying to get a Markerlight hit off against the Storm Raven gunship just there. But firing up with the stationary unit into 5, they got their hit. Then one of the other Markerlights from the team here, they got a 6 and got a hit as well. So we did achieve the 2 Markerlights needed. That's for the destroyer missiles from the Storm Surge. And then the other Fire Warriors have all fired forwards and have brought down 3 of the Marines just from this combat squad just there. Then another casualty on this unit that came from drones firing through. The closest target was that 5-man squad just there. So all that's left to shoot now is the Storm Surge. We've declared the Pulse Driver Cannon will go against the Storm Raven gunship, as well as the destroyer missiles, and the cluster rocket system will try and finish off this 2-man combat squad just there. Right, so cluster rockets here. See how many shots we get. 14 shots coming through. So we're on 4s to hit here, no reroll ones available. So 4s to hit, so a lot of misses. 3s to wound. Luke desperate to keep this squad alive with that laser cannon. It is AP -1, so there is 4 saves of 4+ here. Oh. No, they're gone. Alright, so they've been taken out just there. So that's that combat squad removed from play. Then we've just done the drones down here as well. They've just knocked a casualty off of this combat squad here. So destroy missiles, we have declared all 4, so we'll fire those. Now we're on +1 ballistic skill against units that can fly with our velocity tracker, so that puts us on 3+, but then hard to hit knocks it down to 4+. Anchor's not down yet. That happens at the end of the shooting phase. So 4+ is here with the destroy missiles. No, they've all missed. Yeah. Right, so all 4 missiles fly past the Storm Raven gunship there. They have failed in their task of hitting that, and they're gone. They're 1 use only, so they have been removed. Yeah, so that is 1 use only. So those destroyer missiles have been used, and all of them have failed to hit their target. So Storm Raven gunship so far remains untouched. Pulse Driver Cannon, this is the moment of truth here. How many shots do we get? 3. That is good. 4s to hit again. Oh no. Strength will be, it's toughness 7, so this will be 3s to wound. They all wound, would you believe? It's -3. So, yeah, I'm just checking. It's AP -3, but then it becomes -4 with the advanced targeting system. So, yeah, it goes straight through. It's 3d6 damage here. It's 9, so Stormraven gunship does survive. It's taken horrendous damage, but it remains in the sky. It's not been knocked out. That marks the end of tower shooting. It has been an exhibition from them. It's been painful here for the Blood Angels. They haven't been able to move yet. The tower have been picking away at their vehicles. That's been the main target, has been the vehicles and the mobility of this Blood Angels force. So, not sure what Luke's going to do. He's still buoyant and confident enough. There's decent reserves to call upon, some expensive units that could turn up anywhere, so they are available. And then he still has Mephiston alive and the combat teams available also. We'll see what decides to do. And don't forget the Death Company as well, and the Stormraven gunship is operational as well. So that is turn 1 finished. The Tau have done well here, causing trouble for the Blood Angels, but it is early in the game. They're definitely dominating here at the moment, but the Blood Angels now have a chance to strike back with these units that are on the board, and then we'll see what Luke decides to do with his deep strike units, whether they will turn up now and join the fight, or whether he'll hold them off for later on. We'll see. We'll go on to the first turn now for the Blood Angels. Right, so on turn 1 here, what would you do in this situation? Well, there's the first move coming in here. Stormraven gunship on the move. Is that restricted in its distance, I suppose?
Yeah, 35. It's 45 normally, 35 when it's...
Oh, right, so still far enough. Right, so quick moving from that on the move. No hesitation here. Luke's been itching to move here. Blood Angels have been having to wait here and not move and just absorb firepower. So utterly infuriated here, but now finally getting the chance to move off. All right, so he's after the tower wherever he can find them on the battlefield. So that's those. That's Mephiston leads them with all of his powers available. We'll see what he can do with his psychic phase. This squad here may well try and hold the objective and use the las cannon for fire support. And then round the other side, just covering here, this combat squad moving to engage the ghost kill with shooting potentially in close combat as well. So I think Luke's just deciding what to do with the Terminators, if indeed they are going to arrive. I'll let him meditate. Oh, no need to meditate. He's just he's moving quick here. I suppose he's had about an hour to choose what to do whilst the tower have been rolling loads of dice. So, yeah. So the whole time I've been rolling to hit dice here, Luke's been saying, how am I going to kill these things here? Hatching a plan. Yeah, so they have landed there. Breachers deployed wisely, just protecting that flank. But one unit of Terminators has arrived, and he has grabbed the second unit, so they're going to deploy somewhere as well. The great thing about teleporting now is no roll to scatter you. They turn up exactly where you want. All right, so the other unit of Terminators, it's an interesting move. I think a wise one. They have deployed here. looking to take out this Tau threat, and then the idea being once they rally, if they destroy these, they can then move on to the objective and protect that. And they're pretty good, 2 wounds each, 2 up save and a 3+ invuln for them, and the Tau won't go near the objective as long as those Thunderhammer Terminators remain alive. So that's movement done. Blood Angels units spread all across the table now, trying to deal with multiple Tau threats. It is their chance to strike back here. Fascinating game, this one. We will go on to Psychic Phase next. A lot of Psychic powers available here for Mephiston. Right, so Psychic Phase done. Shield of Sanguinius went off, so 4+ invuln save given to Mephiston. And then the drones were smitten. Well, they used their saviour protocols to protect Commander Pinpoint. 3 mortal wounds came through, drones absorbed 2, and then Pinpoint took a wound coming through from there. So he has been wounded himself, and his drones taken away as Mephiston, in his rage, seeks his revenge against the Tau Commander, who does seem in a bit of difficulty now. If that charge goes off, there may well be trouble for the Tau Commander. So that is, we do have an invuln save, by the way, but that wouldn't have protected us against the mortal wound from coming through. So Psychic Phase done, not too bad. We'll go on to Shooting Phase next for the Blood Angels. Okay, started off here. Laser Cannon firing through. Luke's just rolled a 6 here against the Storm Surge. We're on freeze to wound, which he does. We'll use our beloved 4+ invuln save. Roll a 1. Well, stratagem time. 6. That blocks that from coming through. Really glad to have that invuln save available. Bolters then, the 2 remaining bolters fired across here, and they have brought down 2 of the gun drones over there. Right, let's hold it right there a second. Look, hang on a second. I didn't even see this. Look, Combi Melter here and another Melter. So he's got 2 Melters against poor Commander Pinpoint. But we have a 4+ invuln save on him as well. Right. So let's see if these go off then. 3+, 2 shots. All right, it's all about revenge here in this game. He does get his 2 hits. It'll be on freeze to wound. 1 fails. You've got a reroll available this phase.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's take it.
He's going to use it. All right, okay. It works this time. Right, so 2 wounds come through. This is big trouble here for Commander Pinpoint. We do have the 4+ invuln save available. On 2 1s. Right, this is it. 2d6 damage. It's 5 wounds you need to get, and 8 he scores. Well done. Well done here, Commander Pinpoint. Destroyed utterly here, vaporized by a melter fire from this combat squad. So we sprung a trap, but I'm beginning to wonder now. We were lured in here. But Commander Pinpoint, he does like vehicles. Destroying them, which he accomplished, but he's been counterattacked here and destroyed by the Blood Angels combat squad. Well equipped there with the Combi Melter and Melter. Excellent upgrades to take. It's paid off here. The commander for the Tau has been destroyed. Okay, then shooting completed round here. Grav Pistol, we took the wound and the damage came through as freeze, so down to 7 wounds there on the Ghost Kill. Then the Grav Gun came through, we took that damage on one of the drones that was absorbed, that damage, and then a Crack Grenade and Bolter Fire causing no further damage there. But Ghost Kill taking wounds here and one of its drones brought down. So Blood Angels are getting their revenge in some areas. No shooting here, these will try and charge a bit later. And then we have the Storm Raven gunship, which is armed to the teeth, available to fire as well. All right, so shooting here, it's flown over the top. Interesting. So one assault cannon going after one of the squads, heavy bolters going after another, and then he has taken the Hurricane Bolter upgrades, one firing on either side. It's going to target all 4 of these Fire Warrior squads just here, and then the rockets both will go into the Storm Surge. So rockets first all against the Storm Surge, does get 2 hits.
Strength 8, toughness 8.
7, no, it's been freeze to wound. 1 goes through, and then we'll roll our 4+ invuln save, which we fail. It's d6, isn't it? I think. Yeah, so 3 wounds do come through. So that's that damage coming through. 3 wounds caused. It's a start. There's 20 wounds to get through, so 17 wounds remain. We'll let him do the other firepower here with the machine gun weaponry, trying to reduce these Fire Warriors down. Okay, so this squad here been targeted. Luke's rolled some hits here for the assault cannon. Be on 2s to wound actually. It's strength 6. God. I'm getting a taste of my own medicine now. This firepower coming through. So we are in the cover, but it's AP -1. So 4s. I've got a feeling almost wiping out the squad. There's just one left. They've been mowed down there by nasty firepower coming through. All right, so one lot of Hurricane Bolters into here, 12 shots. That's a dreadful amount of ones. That's a load. 7 ones. But then those have hit, so it's not so bad. Then freeze to wound here. So 3 saves to make. Be 3+ for the cover. And pass, so they've not been touched. That's the central unit. Then this unit here is going to be targeted now by another 12 shots coming through. Cheap upgrade to take the Hurricane Bolters, pretty good. That's a better round, yeah. And then freeze to wound. Yeah, okay, so that's going to force a number of saves. Oh, that's horrendous. 4 brought down there. That's not so good. So that's them gone. Yeah, then Heavy Bolter, 6 shots, needing freeze. Yeah, and then freeze. No, strength 5, toughness 3, so 2 coming through. These are 4+ save with a -1. 1 casualty comes through. So you can imagine the Storm Raven gunship flying over the top, but as it goes on its approach, it hoses down a whole load of fire warriors as they try to man the trenches. But that's pretty good damage coming through from that flyer. Right, so shooting phase finished, we reckon. So damage coming through, tower infantry being targeted. Their commander's down. Pinpoint is out of the battle now as well. So Blood Angels, despite the circumstances, despite what we've seen happen over here, they have responded well. But now we're on to a crucial part of the game, and that is assaults to take place. If the 2 units of Terminators get in, then there'll be trouble, especially across here. If the tower dealt with in this corner, then the Blood Angels can start to dominate this sector despite the damage that's come through, and then they can then focus their attention on threatening the tower objective just here. So Blood Angels get in the sense that they're starting to claw their way back here. We'll let some charges be rolled up for here, some Overwatch. We'll get that resolved, see what units make it into combat. Right, so Overwatch and charges resolved here. There is a happy Blood Angels player in the room. So across here,
For sanguinus! There we go.
Oh no! Oh dear. Right, and then James is here. He'll shout out,
For sanguinius, for the Emperor!
Oh dear. Right, okay. It's getting a bit Imperial dominant here in the room at the moment. So charges going in here. 9 needed, a 9 rolled exactly on a reroll, using a stratagem for that. Breaches firing, supported by this unit of breaches and by one of the broadsides within 6 as well, managed to bring down one of the Terminators and cause a wound on another, but they have crucially made it into combat, so those breaches are in big trouble. Then that went well. Then around the other side here, the Ghost kill did... Any casualties did he cause on the way in? 1, that's right, but they have made it into combat against him. And then here, a 9 needed, a 9 rolled here for the Thunderhammer Terminators. They have made it into combat here against the drones and against the Crisis battle suits just there. No damage from Overwatch from them. So there was a lot of fist pumping going on. Not Imperial fist pumping, but Mephiston pumping taking place. Okay. So we'll go on to the combat phase now. A lot of charges here, so Blood Angels are going to get to go first in all of the combats here. This is going well for them here. This is a good comeback that we're witnessing at the moment. All right, so we'll start with this one here. Just to mention, there was a wound caused there on Overwatch from the drones. It was firing through in support. No damage came through from them. But going first here, so I take it one of them's going to fight against the drones, and the other 4, including the sergeant, will go after the Crisis battle suits. So 9 attacks against the Crisis team. So 4s to hit here is -1 for the hammers. Wow. Blood boiling here. Hammers swinging all over the place. So that's freeze to, because they're toughness 5, so freeze to wound. Very good indeed. And -3.
It's 3, yeah.
Right, I'm going to need 6s here. I'm going to need a lot of 6s, otherwise it's goodbye Crisis team. Well, there is 666, not bad, but it's not going to be enough. It's 3 wounds, 3 damage a time. Yeah, Crisis team has been destroyed utterly. And he's just whack-a-mole a drone here as well. So that one has gone. Devastating impact here for the Terminators. I think Luke's extremely happy to have taken them in the army. Yeah, no, really good comeback here from the Blood Angels. This is quite an epic comeback that we're witnessing here. All right. Yep. So this combat here, Sanguinary Priest first. Just the 1 hit. Toughness 6 for us.
Nothing.
No wound, okay.
And then the 2 normal guys.
Yes, so we're on freeze. They found, struggling to get to grips with the ghost kill here.
Yes.
The sergeant, is he armed with a power sword, is he?
Yes, he is.
Okay, right, that may well help out. Freeze to hit. And 5s to wound. Nothing. Okay, not a scratch just there. So next unit of charges is the Assault Terminators here with the Lightning Claws. Alright, so combat here. 13 attacks in total with these, getting their extra attacks for... Well, look at that. That's incredible dice rolling here.
They're in combat, that's what they love.
Yeah.
And 3s again, is it?
So they are, yeah, so they're super annoyed here that the tower have even had the audacity to turn up in this sector.
Roll those.
Oh yes, with your special rules for the wounds there. So that's the saves to make. I think the breaches will be no more. 6s to save them. No, so that squad's been wiped out completely there. And then Luke can consolidate 3 inches towards the closest enemy unit. Right, so combat resolved there, just shifting 3 inches towards the closest tower unit, the next unit of breaches just there. So combat's resolved, it marks the end of the turn. We've just got some morale to do for these tower units here. Some heavy casualties taken on some units, so we'll roll those up next. We'll see what happens, especially here with these fire warriors. Alright, so morale resolved here. You can see this. What was left of those squads has gone. The two fire warriors here. Rolled a 6 for them, so they've gone. They're just out of range of the Imperial. Within range of the Imperial here, but rolled too high as well for the last squad member here as well from that team. So they're gone. Also, just 2 teams remain. The rest have died or fled. The drones across here, they passed. They're all of 3. And in total came to a 6, and that was 6 they needed, so they are alright, just about. So that is the end of the first turn here for the Blood Angels. It feels like half the battle's been played already here, but it is only turn 1. So much has happened for both sides. I thought perhaps the tower would just celebrate for the rest of the game, but no, the Blood Angels have taken back hold of the game here and dealt out a lot of damage. The Crisis battlesuits are gone. That's a 300-point unit destroyed. The commander's gone as well. Pinpoint's been slain. And now you get the sense that the tower at the gun line here are starting to lose their nerve. Members of the strike team are starting to retreat and run away. Beginning to question why on earth they were ever sent to this sector in the first place. They don't like the oppression here for the Blood Angels. It has been nasty. It's been aggressive. The aggression has certainly paid off in this situation. Now the tower are going to have to try and defend themselves against this aggressive Blood Angels attack. So we'll go on to the second turn now. The game's really mixed up nicely. Perhaps one of the best recoveries we've seen. One of the best starts to a game for one army, and then one of the best recoveries ever witnessed on the channel. So exciting stuff. We'll go on to the second turn, the tower, next. So we're on to the second turn here for the tower. It's been good to see a bounce back for the Blood Angels. Sort of kills the game when one army just completely dominates, which I thought would happen. I'm sure many of you thought that would happen as well. But we've seen, just shows if you're positive, then good things can happen. And that's what's occurred here. Blood Angels have gone out with confidence here despite the damage, and have pursued a battle plan, and it's paid off here with some decent dice rolling as well. The charges made it into combat, made all the difference. Excellent result there against the commander Pinpoint here as well. So Tau now need to think very hard about what they're going to do. I think the priority will be to try and deal with the immediate threat to their deployment zone, which is the Storm Raven, which is damaged. Remember, there's Death Company inside and the Chaplain to deal with, and Terminators as well. Could it be too much here for this Tau gun line to deal with, because they are pretty much on their own now? Pinpoint is gone. The Crisis battlesuits have been destroyed, and the Ghost Kill is just a little bit busy at the moment fighting Blood Angels just across the other side of the board. So the focus now will be on the gun line. Can it survive, and can it repel the attack here coming in from the Blood Angels? At the moment, we'll see what happens. We're going to movement now for the Tau on turn 2. So Tau movement here as they seek to cope here with the Blood Angels. So holding position in the trenches, holding position with all of these, just trying to max out firepower, keeping the Breacher just on top here, the marker, like keeping him stationary, moving the others and fan them out to try and shield the Storm Surge as best as possible. We're just hoping that our firepower will deal with the Blood Angels in here at least. Ghost Kill stepped away and getting ready to shoot. It won't be allowed to charge, but it can shoot after pulling out of combat. And then across here, the drones are pulled out of combat as well. Right, so that's movement done for the Tau. We'll go on to the shooting phase next. Start with the Ghost Kill here. Cyclic Iron Raker, firing at the squad. Reroll 1s. So it's not too bad. Then Strength 7. Do you get the 3 wounds? That's pretty good. And then saves here, it's -2, so 5 pluses. Oh, good rolling here. 5 and a 6, just 1 brought down there, so not too bad. 2 Fusion Blasters now. They do both hit. They both wound, it's AP -4, so that was at that squad, so I reckon they'll be gone, and it will just leave the Apothecary left, or Sanguinary Priest left behind. Okay, drones have just fired, and they have caused a wound, and that's removed one of the Thunderhammer Terminators from there. They're no doubt doomed, but at least they've caused a casualty just over there. So that's the outer perimeter shooting done. Not too bad from the Tau. So we'll go on to the main gun line shooting next. Gonna have to think about this one, which combination of firepower to go for. Okay, so we've declared shooting here for the Storm Surge. First of all, we did fire the Fireblade here, did get his hit, so Markerlight has been scored. That'll help. That's sort of reroll 1s, which will help the Storm Surge out. So now we've declared all the shooting for the Storm Surge. The Pulse Driver Cannon, the Smart Missile System, and the Cluster Rocket System. All of it is going to fire at the Storm Raven. And then the 2 Flamers are in range, they'll fire at the Terminators. So that is all that shooting declared. So Terminators here. Flamers score 8 hits. Then we'll be on 4s to wound. 3 wounds. These are at -1, so it is 3 plus saves here. Passed there, well done. Decent dice rolling coming through. So now the firepower coming up against the Storm Raven. Remember, there's just 5 wounds remaining. It does sound a bit overkill, but it does need to be brought down. D3 shots with the Pulse Driver Cannon. Does get 3 shots. So we are at 4s to hit normally. Anchors are down, and Velocity Tracker makes it 2 plus, becomes 3 plus for hard to hit. 2 hits do come through. 2 wounds do come through. It's -4, so it's 2d6 damage. 9 wounds. No, it has gone. We have declared the rest of the weaponry, those, all of that now has been used up. Dice to see if it explodes. I just had that suspicion. Oh no, it's trouble here because there's Terminators. You want to re-roll that? You can if you want to.
I'll re-roll.
Okay, he doesn't want that 6, gets the 1. Be glad to get the 1 there. So Storm Raven gunship comes crashing down. Luke will roll up for the contents inside to see if there's any casualties taken. And then we'll get these models placed on the board. Okay, so Storm Raven, again, it's just for display. We can remove that if we need to. Terminator's just there. You didn't lose anybody there. No one's rolled for the transport. The guys inside. So Dev Company's just disembarked from the template of where the vehicle was. So that is then deployed just there. Tau now have these units left to shoot. The Storm Surge, all of its shooting has been used up. So we're going to fire the breaches here. They are going to go after the Dev Company. So they'll be on 4s to hit. We're going to fire 10 shots at the nasty range of in range 5. We are on reroll 1s with the Imperial's power. They are in range of 6 of him. That gets us another hit. So 4s. 3s to wound. 3 saves. Now these are at -2. So 5 pluses here. Just 2 casualties coming through. No feel no pain anymore for these. Yeah, just checking to see if the Dev Company used to get feel no pain, but nothing here. So 2 of them brought down. Luke can just choose 2 regulars. There is that Thunderhammer buried in there, and the Chaplain also, which can't be targeted yet. 2 breaches just at medium range, and they both fail to hit. We'll go to this broadside here. It's going to try and fire at the Terminators. I think his weaponry has the best damage potential. So high yield missile pods. Needing 4s, re-rolling 1s. Nope. 3s to wound. 3 saves here of it's -2, so 4 plus. Failed with 1. Yeah, well, it's going to be D3, but it's just all absorbed onto the one model who already had a wound, so that's him gone. Then the smart missile system. In 4s, re-rolling 1s. This is a good round here from them. 3s to wound. Yes, all of them. So that's 7 saves of 3 plus. There's trouble here for the Terminators. They're taking a lot of hits here. And fouled with 4. So that's 2 more gone. Just the Sergeant now remains alive for them. So we'll fire the other broadside. We'll say smart missile system into the Dev Company, high yield missile pod into the lone Terminator Sergeant. So high yield missile pod gets a decent amount of hits. This is a lot of firepower here. 3s to wound. Yeah, 4 saves here required of 4 plus. It's difficult, no, and the wounds will come through from that. So the Terminators eliminated there. Broadside's pretty good there with their firepower, quite impressive from them. Smart missile system. Here, re-rolling 1s. So getting a good number of hits. And then 3s to wound. 4 saves at -1, so 4 pluses. Oh, no, 3 more gone. There from the Dev Company. Again, regular Marines. Just 1 regular Dev Company left, and the Thunderhammer still remains alive. Right, so you have finished the shooting phase now. This Fire Warrior squad could see through. They picked off 1 more of the Dev Company, and then the drones firing through as well. Their closest target was actually the Chaplain, who's taken a wound. So that shooting phase completely resolved. These Fire Warriors here, we said they couldn't see all the way through the different units and so on, so they didn't shoot. That is it. Not too bad for the tower. I reckon they have dealt with this threat pretty good. They've had enough firepower to sort of overwhelm the attackers here. There's a nasty morale test to do for the Dev Company as well. 7 wounds just there. So we'll go on to assaults. There are none. I'm not going to charge the ghost kill. I'm not going to charge the drones, and no charges here either. So we'll let Luke roll up for morale for the Dev Company. It's a very difficult one. He's rolled a 6. Does he want to re-roll? To keep him alive, it is a Thunderhammer. It may well be.
No fear as well?
Oh, it is a reroll. Okay, so that's fine. 6 again. So he's gone. He's thrown the Thunderhammer down in disgust here and has walked off there, and will take no further part in the battle. Or maybe he'll play dead somewhere and pull a body over the top of him, try and live to fight another day. Okay, so he's gone. Just the lone Chaplain, wounded now. On the objective, at least, he has made it that far, but he now stands alone. As defiant as he is, he has no help, just by himself in amongst a Tau gunline position. So that is the turn finished. Would you believe it? We're only on turn 2 here, and the Blood Angels have only done 1 turn in this game, and so much has taken place. Most of the battle has been fought here, and we haven't even finished turn 2 yet. But some games of 40k are like that. A lot happens early on in the games, especially when you have an aggressive force piling in on top of another army. A lot happens straight away. So that's the turn done. We'll let Luke make his second move now. Here, there is a possibility to play for the draw. So just talking tactics here at the moment. Objective being held here. The Tau should hold theirs. That's 3 points each. The Tau did get first blood, but Slay the Warlord has been achieved by the Blood Angels. So 4 points each at the moment here. Will the armies stand off against each other and play for the draw? I doubt the Blood Angels will do that, but do they have the ability to try and challenge the Tau objective from that distance? And then the Tau, do they have the manoeuvrability to try and threaten the Blood Angels objective? That's the big questions that we have at the moment. We'll let the Blood Angels make their second turn moves now. Right, so movement done here for the Blood Angels. Pretty predictable, really. They've done what I was expecting them to do. Moving up here with Fiston, so he's going to, on foot here with this combat squad, move towards the Tau position. The Chaplain getting ready to charge, just a one-man army at the moment. No doubt on the intercom, calling in as many Blood Angels units as he can. But mobility cut down for both sides, really. At the moment, moving in here with the Sanguinary Priest getting ready to shoot and charge, and then the Terminators preparing to mop up the drone resistance here. So that is movement done. We'll go on to Psychic Phase next here for the Blood Angels on turn 2. Right, so Psychic Phase done here. Smite went off and has brought down 3 of the Fire Warriors, and then Shield of Sanguinius as well, so 4+ invuln save granted again to Mephiston. That is Psychic Phase done. Shooting Phase next for the Blood Angels on turn 2. Yeah, so advanced moves done here, so no shooting available from them. Las Cannons just rolled and hit. Okay, I take it you're going after the Storm Surge. Okay, yeah. Strength, yes, 3+, that's fine. So a 4+ blessed shield here. Hold it right there. Or roll a re-roll. 5. Oh, the shield generator kicks in again. The shot deflects up and away. So protecting the Storm Surge there. Brilliant upgrade to take. Excellent protection coming through against the heavy Blood Angels weaponry. So with that, it's just really some bolter firepower, some small arms. Yeah, a small bit left to do. Okay, shooting phase done. Drones okay, a couple of bolter shots against them, and then a crack grenade was thrown against the ghost kill, and no wound coming through. Shooting phase finished. On to assaults next for the Blood Angels on their second turn. So we're on the assault phase here. Chaplain will charge. I mean, he has to really. So he's going after the breaches. Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Can't get round to get to them.
That's can't get through. So that screen has worked. He'll try and take them on, and then across here, the Sanguinary Priest will go after the ghost kill, and then the Terminators will go after the drones. It's a fair bit of Overwatch to do here, especially across here. The Chaplain may well find himself in trouble as he starts his charge. We'll see roll up charges and Overwatch crucially for the Tau next. Let's try and take on the Priest here. We will go overcharge on this. 6. Re-roll this one because of the multi-tracker. 4 6s coming through. These are at 2s to wound. We'll use. Does he have an invuln save?
No.
Right. Okay. There could be trouble here. So yeah, there is trouble there. Like Luke's just rolled a 5 and a 3. It is -2 to the save, just with the advanced targeting system. So 1 of those rounds did get through, and it causes 2 wounds. Okay, so 2 wounds, D3 wounds caused there on the overcharge weapon. So 2 wounds. We'll now see if the fusion blasters can finish him off. They may do. We do get the hit. It's 2s to cause trouble. Yes, it's -4. It's D6 points damage. It's a 6. He's gone. So vaporized there. More red mist to add to the atmosphere as the Sanguinary Priest is destroyed by the ghost kill. So he's done that well. That's why he didn't charge. He wanted just to Overwatch there. All right, so just resolved Overwatch there. 3 wounds caused, but 3 saves made. And Luke has rolled a 9. So in they go. Drones do not stand a chance. And then round here, the chaplain is going to charge in, but the Storm Surge will be able to assist here with Overwatch. It's going to unleash everything into him as he seeks to charge the breaches. Okay, so we Overwatched with this and the breaches.
He's dead.
He is dead. Right, are we checking the number of wounds? It is 4 wounds in total. So I was going to say that the chaplain survived with 1 wound remaining, but no, he has gone. They're Overwatched and brought down. The last wound coming in at close range, one of the breacher rounds coming through. So that's Overwatch done. The chaplain's gone. So Tau have re-secured this area here. They're not quite on the objective, but they've cleared the Blood Angels attack out here. They have done it quite efficiently. But then across here, we've seen the Sanguinary Priest has failed to make it into combat, or has been overwatched to death as well. But over here, we'll let the Terminators roll up here with their hits needing 4s. This should easily be enough 2s here. So unless a 111 comes up. No, gone. Alright, so the drones have been destroyed with ease. Alright, Terminators electing to remain stationary. They don't want to head towards the Ghost Kill and head into no man's land over there. I think Luke wants to head them towards the objective instead, hunker down. They might be pretty handy for holding on to objectives, or onto that objective, because they're 3+ save, 2 up regular save, 2 wounds. May take a while for the Tau to try and chew through that kind of protection. And then Mephiston here, this is the last potential attempt that the Blood Angels can make to try and assault the Tau position. But there's a lot of firepower here. It does look like both sides should be able to hold their objectives, but it is so early on in the game. We're going to go on to the next turn, which is only the 3rd turn next for the Tau. There is a morale test that we need to do for them. Just roll that up. We roll a 5, plus 3 is 8, but we're using the leadership 9 of the Imperial, so they are okay. They hold their position thanks to his encouragement. So yeah, it looks like a standoff at the moment, but the time is on the side for the Tau. They have the long-range firepower. They may be able to weaken the Blood Angels' position on the objective, and there is that Ghost Kill alive that can harass and move quickly around the board. So we'll go on to Tau turn 3 coming up next. Alright, so move with the Tau here. Most of the gun lines remain stationary. The broadsides haven't moved. The Ghost Kill hasn't moved. Anchors remain down. Breaches have advanced. Only rolling a 1 though, so they've gone 7. They're going to go into the trenches here to resist this Blood Angel attack, led by Mephiston himself. Shifting to the right with these 2 teams, just with a clear field of fire towards the Blood Angels units. And then drones holding position. Then the Fireblade moving just to here, just to make sure he's in range to grant his bonus to those 2 teams there. And then the Imperial just here, just granting his ability to as many units as possible. Ghost Kill has moved. It's gone 12 across here, followed by the drone. It's just within range to use the Fusion Blasters and the Cyclic Iron Raker as well, possibly in this direction. So that is movement done. For the Tau. It's handy having the Ghost Kill still alive. He is annoying here for the Blood Angels. With him, yeah, Luke agrees, with him having free reign of the battlefield at the moment. He should be able to move and keep his distance and shoot, which will be difficult there for the Blood Angels to try and deal with him. So we'll go on to shooting phase next for the Tau on their 3rd turn. So we'll start with the Ghost Kill. Cyclic Iron Raker first of all. Needing 4s, that's a pretty good start. Just on regular strength, so freeze to wound. It's -2. So yeah, so that's 2 gone. 3 gone, yeah, so that's them down. I reckon the las cannon's going to remain behind. Yeah, this Ghost Kill's annoying. And then the Fusion Blasters are just in range as well. 2 hits. It is 2 wounds. It's -4, so he's gone as well. That's horrendously accurate there. It's a good round of shooting there from the Ghost Kill. He's eliminated the Blood Angels off from that objective. That's made things even more difficult here for the Blood Angels. We'll fight here with the rest of these. A lot of shooting potentially can come from the Tau gun line. So Pulse Driver Cannon is going to go all the way across the board here against the Terminators, and then everything else will erupt and fire against the Marines and Mephiston just down here. Right, so shooting phase finished. The rest of the tower gun line erupted in fire, as well as the storm surge. So we got a marker light hit there across here against the combat squad, and then they were picked off and destroyed. A lot of firepower, smart missile systems causing trouble for them from the broadsides, and then high yield missile pods from this one. The other one couldn't see, but this one fired through, and then that was enough to wipe them out. Mephiston, no damage from him. He was left on his own. Storm Surge fired all of its weapons, apart from the pulse driver cannon. It's cluster rocket systems, smart missile systems, all in range, but a good number of saves passed, so no damage against him. The pulse driver cannon fired across and did get its hit, but a 3+ in 1 save passed. That is it. All that's left on the table now is 4 Thunderhammer Terminators. Powerful as they are a bit stranded over there, but they may well move on to the objective and try and hold that. And then Mephiston, don't know what he's going to do, whether he's going to press on towards the tower or not. Decisions to be made, but looking bleak here for the Blood Angels. The numbers are cut down. Elite as they are, the units that remain, surely they will struggle to make an impact now on the game. Tower gun line just picking off casualties, starting to mount here quite seriously. But that is the turn finished here for the tower. They've, despite the excellent Blood Angels comeback, it seems that they have held on to the game here. It was a scary moment for them when the Blood Angels were closing in, but they seem to have defended themselves pretty good. We'll go on to the third turn now for the Blood Angels. So Blood Angel's moving here. Mephiston's inside the bunker, so he's inside the area of terrain. Bit of extra protection and closing in. Tau wondering, what on earth? Why is one man heading towards us and not running away? Oh, he's not a man. He is Mephiston himself closing in. He couldn't retreat. He just had to go forwards, despite being very much alone over there. Terminators have advanced, and in total they have got themselves within 3 inches of their objective. So still a draw at the moment, would you believe? So Blood Angels still in the fight. We'll go on to their psychic phase next. Okay, psychic phase done. So Blood Boil was cast, reducing these fire warriors down by 2, and then Shield of Sanguinius, so 4+ in 1 save granted. Mephiston trying to protect himself as much as he can as he advances towards the tower gun line. That is it. We'll go on to shooting phase next, which is a total of a pistol. So we'll just roll it up. Yeah, does get his hit, and he does wound. Yeah, if you're going after one of these, him. Right. Okay. Yeah. So a breach. I'll take one from the back, but a casualty cause there as well. All right. So shooting phase done. No assaults because it was an advance move made there, and these have already made their advance move just there. So no assaults to go on. That is the third turn finished for the Blood Angels. We'll go on to the fourth turn now for the tower. Okay, so shooting phase here. We're going to see if Mephiston can survive. We'll try and flush him out with some breaches first of all. So marker light hit first. See if we can get that with the Fireblade. No. Right, that's it. The last reroll I'm going to use and get a 6. All right, so he has been marker lighted up. A little bead of a laser guide on Mephiston's chest. You'd hardly notice it because he is dressed in red anyway. Yeah, or it could be green or blue. But whatever colour it is, the colour is showing up on his chest, and Tau now coordinating their firepower against this one-man army. So breaches with 10 shots here, needing 4s. Rerolling 1s. Now these are at strength 6. These will be freeze to wound. Yes, 3 saves required. -2, but the 4+ in 1 save is there, and 1 wound does get through, so Mephiston picks up his first wound here. So the way we're going to play this one is smart missile system's going to go after him, then the high yield missile pod's going to fire across. It is in range of the Terminators just over there. So we'll start with high yield missile pods in 4s, rerolling 1s for the Ethereal's ability. That is very accurate firepower this turn. Freeze to wound. Yeah, 4 saves here at -2, so it's 3+ in 1s. 1 gets through, D3 damage, just the 1 wound picked up just there.
Yeah, so takes it.
Okay. This is firing at Mephiston. Now with the smart missile system, we get the 3 hits, a wound. It's at -1, so 3+ save. Yes, passed. So next broadside, we are going for smart missile system this time. First of all, at Mephiston. Rerolling the 1s. Imperial's really helping out. Nothing extra that time. 4s to wound. Here, yes, 2 saves of 3+. Both passed, well done. And then we're on the high yield missile pods. 4s to hit. 3s to wound. This is against the Terminators. 5 saves here. This could be dangerous here for the Terminators. Failed 2, so it will kill 1 straight away, the one with a wound. And then D3, 1 more wound added on to another Terminator. There's just 3 of them left just there. So, Storm Surge here. This Mephiston is still alive here, resisting very well, only taking 1 wound. Pulse Driver Cannon, though, will go after him. So this huge gun will fire at him. The Cluster Rocket System, range 48, will go after the Terminators to try and reduce them down. Smart Missile System will go after Mephiston as well. So, Pulse Driver Cannon, see if we can blast him to Kingdom Come. 3 shots. 3s to hit. They all hit. This is going to hurt. They all wound. Invuln saves here. There's big trouble. Oh, there's 2. No rerolls available. 2d6 damage. He's 7. Right, so he's going to roll 7 dice here in 5s. Saves 1. It's not going to be enough.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, no, Mephiston's gone. Again, red mist pulverised by the heavy guns. From the Tau Empire. So that's that threat gone. That is the last threat, really, to the Tau gun lines. They will hold their end of the board. Cluster Rocket System then trying to reduce these Terminators down. Oh dear, a lot of shots coming through here. 14, 19 shots are going to come through. 3s to hit. We don't get reroll 1s. Then we'll be on 3s to wound. Here it's strength 5, toughness 4. A lot of saves here. There's a lot of saves. That is 10 saves to make, needing 3+ here because it's -1. And he's fouled with 3. So it's just going to be the Sergeant remaining alive. So I was going to say shooting phase finished, but the Ghost Kill now eyes up a target here. You may well be able to take out the lone Terminator Sergeant. So just check the range for us there. I reckon maybe 18 inches. Oh no, they are in. No, fusion blasters are in there by a good inch. So we'll see if we can hit with them. No, we'll re-roll the 1 though for multi-tracker. Still fouled. So it'll be down to the Cyclic Iron Raker. We'll go overcharge, why not? That's a good roll. It's 2s to wound because it's strength 8. There's no rerolls left for us here. So it's got 3 saves of 3+. Fouled with 1. That wound's gone. So it is 2. It is to damage. It's damage D3.
Oh, right.
So there it is.
He's gone.
He's gone, and that is the 2 wounds dealt out, and that is tabled and gone. So Tau have succeeded in their mission there. They'll pick up victory. They're not on their objective, but the Blood Angels threat has been entirely eliminated. All right, so there it is. The Tau have claimed another victory here, and their firepower has been, it's been a good display for them right from the start. Then a scary moment when the Blood Angels generally made a very good comeback indeed. The loss of the commander, the crisis battlesuits, they looked in control of their own objective, but the gun line survived the attack that was made here by the Terminators and the Death Company, and then after that their overwhelming firepower just ground the Blood Angels down. That's the story that we've witnessed here in this game. It has been great fun. Both Lukes have enjoyed the game. Battle experience being picked up. Tau strategy here. The overall game plan once again seems to have worked. Will it work against every faction? And on every occasion we'll just have to see. But so far things look quite good for them. It's been quite a strong performance here in this game. So all that's left on the battlefield for Blood Angels is just areas of boiling blood. But Blood Angels, no doubt, will swear their revenge and fight again another day. But thanks to Luke Seaman for coming down. It's been a very enjoyable game indeed. Nice to see his Blood Angels being used this time. Usually it's Black Legion, but it's been Blood Angels used this time around. We do plan a second game, be over on the Plus channel, which is now over on Vimeo on demand, and it will be another army that Luke has brought down. His Black Legion will appear again, and they're going to take on a different foe in that game. So if you want to check out that battle report, then keep a lookout for that over on the Plus channel sometime soon. So there it is, great battle. Very atmospheric game, this one. Blood Angels very suited to this terrain, and the Tau as well looked pretty good on this backdrop. But the two sides have exchanged firepower, and the Tau in the end have prevailed. They have annihilated their foe in this scenario. Great game. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. Alright, so just discussing units of the game here for both sides. Number of contenders. Luke is going to give it to this combat squad down here. Their surprise attack with their Melter and Combi Melter destroying Commander Pinpoint. That was a really good countermeasure from them. So he's going to give it to that well-equipped combat squad. And then for the Tau, number of units did well. The broadsides are pretty good. Storm Surge was decent as well, but in this particular game, going to give it to the Ghost Kill. Harassed the Blood Angels right from the very start, destroyed a vehicle, and then took out casualties all across the board and weathered any Blood Angels resistance against it. So the Ghost Kill achieves unit of the game in this battle.